We will now be singing the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
My name is Anusha, and I will be singing the Star Spangled Banner. So please rise for the pledge of national anthem. Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
For those who don't know me, I'm Father Mike Kroll, pastor of Our Lady of Peace here in North Brunswick. As we gather today, we think of the freedoms that we share as a country, the sacrifices that so many people made for us so that we could be here this morning. We think about all those men and women from every time and place who have served our nation, who continue to serve our nation. And on this day especially, we remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice, those who gave up their beach day so that we could have ours, if you will. Those men and women who laid down their lives for one's friends, for us. In a special way, we remember those of our own community of North Brunswick who made the ultimate sacrifice. These men who never came home to this community, whose family and friends still live here, whose names are inscribed here, and we remember them today. So again, from whatever faith tradition we come from, we give thanks for their sacrifice so that we could live in freedom. We commend them to eternal rest and peace. And also ask that each of us in our own way may be instruments of peace in our homes, in our families, our workplaces, our schools, and in this community. Amen.
Please be seated. I extend a warm welcome to each of you on behalf of Mayor Francis Mack Womack III, the council, and all of you who have gathered here today. We pause as a community. We reflect upon the sacrifices that have been made for our freedom that we are enjoying. Memorial Day is often associated with the start of summer, cookouts, and gathering at the beach, that all of us enhance our leisure activities in our lives that bring us value. But it is most important for each of us to take a few moments to pay tribute to the fallen and their families that have sacrificed so much for us. Today, Memorial Day, reminds us of a time to reflect on the lives of the men and women who were willing to make the ultimate sacrifice to ensure our freedom we enjoy today. It is with honor that I call upon Mayor Francis Mack Womack. Please give him a warm round of welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Benson, and thank you for your hard work in pulling this together. And thank you to everyone who's here to represent our community, our emergency service workers, our police officers, Boy Scouts, Scouts, Girl Scouts, choir. It's really a wonderful community we live in. Thank you all so much for being here today. I'd like to introduce our homegrown Deputy Director of the County Commissioners, Santhi Nara.
Hello, everyone. I am always happy to be here in our beautiful hometown, honoring all of our fallen soldiers who, as the father said, sacrificed so much for us. I asked the mayor to just give me a brief opportunity because I don't know if any of you are aware of it. Some of you may be, but Middlesex County is really honored this year because East Brunswick, one of our towns, is playing host to the Traveling Vietnam Memorial Wall. It is an amazing tribute to our fallen men and women, and it is at the East Brunswick Community Arts Center. I was there with another one of the commissioners on Saturday. It is gut-wrenching. I've seen the original in DC, and to have an opportunity to go see a miniature tribute of it is amazing, and I encourage everyone to go. Four members of the East Brunswick community lost their lives during Vietnam, but if you know of anyone, there's a way to easily identify what panel they're on. It is an exact duplicate, but they've also taken the opportunity to set up memorials for those members of our military who lost their lives throughout the history of this country in different combat engagements. So I would just ask everybody, if you take the time today to stop by there, it is well worth it. Thank you all.
Ms. Benson's working on having that here in North Brunswick next year, so good luck. I hate to see East Brunswick get too much that we don't get. My wife and I had the honor this week of spending the week in a military housing. And as I thought about what I might be able to say today, which is always a difficult thing, I've watched the families walk on the street in the military base, the young fathers, the young mothers, and their children. And as you watch that and you think about the very fact that they're in the service subjects them to the possibility of the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, you can't even look at them without getting a lump in your throat. I know that Memorial Day is a day, as President Lincoln said, when we rededicate ourselves to the purposes of our great country. But more and more, as years go by, as I get older, I realize and I see Memorial Day as a day of sadness. It's a day when we really mourn what we've lost. I had the privilege earlier today of being with other council members, Councilman Guadagnino, Councilman Socio, Councilman Maida, and Council President Hutchinson, at the ceremony for Private Joseph Sabella, for whom Sabella Park is named, who died in Korea when he was 22. Specialist Kozovsky, who we honor today, was 24 when he died. Death of any loved one, a youthful one, whether, no matter how they died, it is such a loss. We never recover. There is some solace in their heroism, yet the dark hole of their absence remains with us forever. The city, the town is less for their absence because they're not here to give us their talents, their families, their growth. They're gone. We've lost them. They've sacrificed themselves for us in a wholly different way. On Memorial Day, we're asked to take a moment at 11 a.m. for a moment of prayer. Let's do that for just a moment right now. Thank you. And at 3 o'clock, we ask, of course, that everyone take a moment of remembrance for those that have died. There have been, they say in the statistics, 1,354,664 members of the armed services that have died in service for our country. If we were able to give each one of them, each one of those lives sacrificed just 1 second, if we gave them 1 second today to remember them, we would be here for 22,577 minutes, 376 hours. We would be here for 15 and a half days to just give each person who gave their full life 1 second of remembrance. If we did that, we would stay here together as a group for 2 weeks. There is no way, of course, that we give the honor to them that they've given to us through their sacrifice. We owe them the gratitude of being dedicated, serious Americans who stand true to the ideals of our nation. Who knows why they joined the service? Who knows what they were thinking when they joined the service, which is the moment that they accept that sacrifice? And God only knows what happened with each at the moment that they were sacrificed. All we can do is stand for our country, the principles, the ideals, the history, and the people for whom they gave that sacrifice. I'm glad to be from a town that takes that seriously, and I thank you all for being here today.
Thank you, Mayor Womack, for your meaningful words. And now I call upon the North Brunswick Youth Municipal Alliance.
Good morning, everyone. We are the North Brunswick Youth Municipal Alliance. My name is Arun Banerjee.
My name is Ayan Modi. My name is Kyle Segal.
My name is Amara Ahmad.
My name is Tasha Dalla. My name is Chica. My name is Sanvi.
My name is Inderji.
My name is Hamna Lodi. My name is Mokshi Yarlagadar.
My name is Amrita Jay Ganesh.
My name is Yashi Patel. My name is Risha Patel.
My name is Sridhar Viswanathan.
My name is Aerofili Kansarakis.
My name is Madan Narendra.
My name is Abir Banerjee.
by Roger Robin Chapman. The American hero always comes through to capture our hearts with a spirit so true.
We stand proudly of our soldiers who march in harm's way, ensuring our freedom. Courageous they stay.
While others come forth as civilians so brave, determined in purpose, so steadfast to save.
We should always keep clear a place in our heart, for each has a value beyond precious art.
Their duty to country will not be surpassed. Please honor their courage, for some it's their last.
We live in a world which can be hard to bear. Thank God for this people. Thank God for these people, how greatly they care.
Do ponder new heroes and what they will face, and pray for their safety, no matter their place.
Our heritage brings out the best we all know. Our great book of heroes is destined to grow.
Thank you all. It is a distinct privilege at this time to call upon Francisco Cortez. Let's give him a warm welcome. In your programs, you will see we were honored to do our street dedication, and Mr. Cortez was one of our hometown heroes, and he had a street named after himself. It was a beautiful day with his family. We are honored. The mayor, our council, Councilman Davis, everyone has been so supportive to this endeavor, and we are honored to have you with us today. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Mayor, thank you. Council members, thank you. North Brunswick, thank you as well. My name is Francisco Cortez, and I serve as president and co-founder of the New Jersey State Veterans Chamber of Commerce, and that's a nonprofit that gives back to veteran business owners. When I was asked to speak today by Luann and the mayor in North Brunswick, the title of the reflection was called Veteran Reflection, so I just wanted to touch upon a little bit of my personal story. I am a proud U.S. Army veteran. I served with the elite 2nd and 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment. We were called Black Horse. And I'm also a proud National Guard veteran as well. During one of my missions in the desert, we were in pursuit of an enemy tank. And in the tank, you have 3 people. You have the driver, the gunner, which was me. I was in charge of the missile that projects out of the tank, and then your tank commander. I remember being in pursuit of an enemy tank. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we were going about 55 miles an hour. And we were wearing night vision goggles. And for those in the military here, you know that when you wear night vision goggles, you're limited to eyesight, and at night you see just silhouettes. So I remember receiving the command to fire and engage, and then my tank being crashed into a ditch because we didn't see that hole before I fired. I woke up 3 months later in a coma. I sustained traumatic brain injury. I was given the option to medically discharge from the military, but I chose not to. So I recovered after a few surgeries, and I finished my tour. But I stand here before you as a testament of someone who survived, where so many others did not. North Brunswick holds a very special, near and dear place in my heart because I raised my family here. What I was taught in the military was duty, loyalty, courage, and these are just a few of the American values that our fallen heroes lived and died for. As a community, we must remind ourselves of these values and do our very best to live up to them. As I close my remarks today, I ask each and everyone here to carry forward the legacy of those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Commit to building a nation of strong, resilient communities like this one in North Brunswick that does not forget its past, just like we're here doing today. And my call to action for everyone in attendance is to support the family members left behind, the wives, the husbands, the children. If you know of someone who has been lost, ask them if you need help. Walk into the house, see how they're doing. Check up on them, because they continue to fight the fight that our brave men and women left behind. So in closing, to the veterans in attendance, thank you for your service. As a community, I thank you for all that you do and for the amazing support that you lend our brave men and women. Thank you very much.
Before we move on, I once again want to thank you for all that you have done for our community, for the service to our country, and I ask everyone once more to put your hands together for Mr. Cortez.
Hi everyone. We will now be singing God Bless America. Please rise for God Bless America.
Thank you. That was beautiful. At this time, I'm going to ask you to be seated, but I'm going to invite Mayor Womack, our council members, our special guests that are seated with them, to please come forward and take the first wreath that will be laid at this time. I call upon Wayne Pierce from the U.S. Navy to lay our second wreath. I call upon Paul Carroll from the U.S. Army. Please pause in your thoughts and remember those lives that have been sacrificed. At this time, I invite our intergenerational presentation of the flags as a thank you to those that made the ultimate sacrifice. At this time, it is an honor as we remember and reflect as a community. I'm going to ask Chad Hyman, the president of our First Aid Squad, to please step forward with me just for a moment. And if I can have Linda and Nick come forward as well. And could I have the Chief Grande please join us? At this time, there is important history that is going to be shared with you. So I'm asking everyone to please give your undivided attention to Linda. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming. We're going to unveil a name that's been placed on this monument. I want to give you a little background, if my phone behaves. I first met James Sikoski through his mother Carol, who was on the rescue squad. James was about 16 years old. From day one, all James talked about was his future, and he had it all mapped out. James just wanted to become an emergency medical technician, then graduate high school, and join the Army. His plans were to go into the Army Military Police Corps and then one day become a North Brunswick police officer. On one of his leaves, James told us all about his military experiences. He truly expressed so much joy regarding the military and the work he was doing. He even toyed with the idea of possibly dedicating his future to a military career. On June 1st, 2001, after 4 years of service to our nation while on a mission, James and one of his fellow soldiers were critically injured when their vehicle rolled over on a curve. Although valiant attempts were made, James died. My eyes are bad, give me a second. James was posthumously awarded the Kosovo Campaign Medal and the Kosovo NATO Service Medal. In 2003, a garden and monument were dedicated to James on North Brunswick First Aid and Rescue Squad front lawn by Brownie Troop 2043. That same year, the corner of Cranberry Crossroad and Linwood Place where James grew up was also dedicated in his honor. From his youth as an emergency medical technician with the rescue squad until his death on a vital peacekeeping mission, James was always a person on this earth willing to care for and serve others. Last year, at this same memorial event, Nick Arica, who's on my right and doesn't know I'm talking about him now, he won't like this, who himself served 3 years of active duty in the Navy and 25 years in the Reserve, asked me why James's name was not on this beautiful monument. I replied, I guess no one ever mentioned it. This monument is for anyone killed in the military and not just during a war. I asked Nick to take the lead, and that's what he did. Thanks to Luann Benson, who really is the soul of our Parks Department and a truly patriotic woman, James's name has been added along with the names of the township heroes we lost before him. James was buried in Arlington National Cemetery. In 23 years, the memory of James Sokovsky has not faded in our hearts. His name will be known for generations to come and the sacrifice James made for his country. President Heyman, would you please now unveil James's name?
Mayor, if you could kindly step in with President Hyman so we can get a photo, please. Thank you all for your help, your assistance in getting this memorial prepared today. Most appreciated. Nick, your wish came true. Thank you. And now I invite Our Lady of Peace Church.
Good morning. My name is Joe Suchaki. I'm the Director of Music at Our Lady of Peace and Choir Director. Behind me are the adult choir of Our Lady of Peace, and we'd like to do a number called The Lord Bless You and Keep You by Peter Lutkin.
The Lord
Just beautiful. Thank you. Please stand. Please be seated. At this time, I ask anyone who is a veteran to please stand and stay standing. Any veteran that has joined us, please stand. Any family of a service man or woman that is defending our freedom today, please stand. And at this time, I ask you to give them the biggest round of applause that we can give. A little bit louder. To each of you, with thankful hearts from all of us, thank you very much. I want to thank everyone at this time that participated in our ceremony, as well as took the time to pause and reflect today in the middle of your other activities. Please visit this site. We have our paver brick project that is ongoing. There is information on the township website. And please visit our street naming dedication program. Is also on that same site. We want to reach at least 200 honorees as we move through our community. There are no words that I can thank each of you. We hope to see you here next year at the same time, same place. Spread the words to your friends and family and remind them what today is all about. At this time, on behalf of Mayor Womack and the Township Council, I invite you to light refreshments under the pavilion. Thank you, be safe, have a wonderful day.